Welcome to Touch Technology Review. Today, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Viltrox DC 550 portable 5.5-inch LCD display. If you're wondering what the purpose of this device is, it functions as an external monitor that you can add to a digital SLR, micro four thirds, compact camera, mirrorless camera, any camera essentially that has a HDMI out port. And that's going to give you a much larger display for previewing your videos when you're out in the field. So let's go ahead and have a look at what we get with the product first of all. When you first open the box, you'll notice that you get this semi-hard case, which contains the display itself, the lens hood cover, all the cables, and the included battery, which can be charged by USB-C, plugging it directly into a computer or power brick. And that should provide you about 1 to 1.5 hours of battery life per charge. Now let's have a look at the unit itself. So first of all, there is the 5.5-inch display. There's a power button on the side here, and this dial here, which you can use to scroll through all the features of the device, which I'll show you later on. There's an SD card slot on top, and that allows you to import your own LUTs or update the firmware of the unit. Unfortunately, it doesn't provide internal recording as some of the more expensive displays will do. So this is a monitor only, not a recording device. You have 4 buttons on top to go through different functions, which we'll look at shortly. And at the back, you can easily push the battery into place. On the side of the unit, there's a 12-volt DC in, so you could power the display without a battery. It doesn't actually come with a 12-volt charger in the box, so you'd have to supply that yourself. There's a screw mount here on the side, which allows you to connect it to any type of rig. And there's also a 5-volt in for powering via USB-C. On the base, we get HDMI in for connecting directly to your camera, and HDMI out, which acts as a pass-through so that you could then display it on an additional monitor. There's another 3.5-inch thread here for mounting, and there's also a 3.5 headphone jack for monitoring audio. There is a fan inside the display itself, and that will kick in when you're using the display over longer periods of time. Now, when I used it for short periods, 10 minutes or so, I didn't even hear the fan at all. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and attach the Viltrox DC 550 to my Canon EOS camera. I'm going to use the provided mount here that allows me to attach the display on top of the camera via the shoe mount, and I'll use one of the provided HDMI cables. We're outside in my backyard now, and by default, the display will have the camera view on the left and a vector scope and audio level meter on the right. The second function button activates fake color mode, and the third one will go back to default view and display all the submenu options on screen. You can use the dial on the left to navigate or take advantage of the touchscreen capability to go through all of the options, and there are many. Back to screen 1 now, you can display the full image on the screen with the vector and histogram overlay on top of the video, and you can tap on the LUTs option on the right-hand side, which allows you to use some of the defaults and also any imported LUTs that you bring in via the SD slot. You can add guides over the display and use the magnify glass to zoom in up to 10 times, which is great for checking your focus. You can also change the aspect ratio from 4:3 to 16:9 and full widescreen cinema modes, and you can adjust the brightness, contrast, color, and backlighting of the display. Speaking of which, the backlight is super bright, goes all the way up to 1200 nits, and it has a 1200:1 contrast and 178-degree ultra-wide angle design, allowing you to enjoy high-definition image quality when monitoring from different angles. So that is my overview of the Viltrox DC 550 HDMI LCD display. I think for the price point at $200 or $250 thereabouts, depending on where you purchase, it represents very good value. It does have its limitations, being only full HD and not 4K, and doesn't record to an SD card as some other units do. But of course, when you have those extra features, you will be paying a little bit more. So if it's a simple monitor that you're looking for to be able to display your videos at a greater size so you can see what you're getting when you're out in the field much more clearly, I think this unit will be a valuable add-on for any indie filmmaker or YouTuber looking for an external display. So hopefully you found this information helpful. If you have any comments or questions, drop them in the comments box below. See you on the next one. Bye for now.